Welcome back to the Rayhart Rundown.
What's up?
Okay, look at my hair. Everybody, quick look at my hair.
Yeah,
It's very poofy.
looking like Ralph Macchio.
I put 0 things in it. I usually have it like completely styled and all that bullshit all day long, but it's getting to be so long and bushy. Like I could see you cut your hair.
Yeah.
I did not. I'm gonna go full bush. I'm just
gonna go full bush, huh?
I'm just gonna go full bush. So my hair's gonna be bushy for this episode. Sorry if you don't like it. Sorry. Too bad.
You look like
this is Bob Natural.
You look like that guy from Chips.
Bob Natural. Chips. Eric Estrada.
Not Eric Estrada. That's
The other
not
guy
Eric
from
Estrada.
Chips. I don't know. The blonde guy from Chips.
Oh, Eric Estrada
Is the dark haired guy from Chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I think that was not his name? Anyway,
I don't know either.
yes,
But
Eric
regardless,
Estrada.
this
You
is
look
the
like
hair.
Eric Estrada.
It's an 80s hair
You look like a white Eric Estrada.
It's an 80s hair thing. That's what this is. So either way, it's Bob. We're going with Bob Natural.
You know what somebody told me the other day?
No, go ahead and tell me.
Oh my god, that haircut. I'm like, yeah, what do you think? Honestly, like, I'm not a big fan of it. Like, it's a little too short on the sides for my taste or whatever. But it'll grow, so it'll be fine. But she's like, no, like, you look just like your cartoon. She's like, you look like I had like a fucking cowlick and the fucking works at the time, and it was like
You have one now. Actually. You have the same thing.
Do I? Yeah.
You can't. It's a Rayhart thing. That's why I added it to both of us. Because it's there regardless. You can't get past it.
Yeah. She's like, you look just like your cartoon on your podcast. I was like, cool.
If we got, that's the other thing is when you get new glasses, if we get you like those, you can get multiple sets of glasses clearly, but if you got one for the show that had like those nerdy black, like not like nerdy, I dare say nerdy, but you know what I'm talking about, like those hipster black rimmed.
Okay, but if I had
black rimmed glasses,
if I had black
then
rimmed
you
glasses,
would look like that. If they were gonna be round and not square, but
okay, round, I can't pull those off. But if they were squared like these with black rimmed, I think I might be able to actually pull that off.
Well, we should try it. We should see. We can get fake ones and see what they look like.
Yeah, we'll try it out. Of course, you would have to tell me because I can't see without my glasses. So, like, I'll put them on. I'll be like, "How do I look?"
Yeah,
because how do I look?
No, yeah, no. We'll have to like go to like an optical place or whatever.
Yeah, I want to try contacts. I just don't know how I feel about.
I couldn't do it. I could not
put my finger in my eye. Like,
I could not.
Everyone's all like, "Oh, it's a little nerve-wracking at first, but you get used to it." Either way, it's like, you know what? I don't even think it's putting it in my eye that's going to be the problem.
Right.
It's going to be fucking peeling it out. That's going to be that I'm going to be like, "Fuck it. I'm just going to put my contacts in and then I'm just going to leave it until my next
forever
or fucking optical appointment."
Doesn't work that way.
Optometrist?
They get dry.
Fucking clear eyes. Wow.
No.
Like, I don't. They would end up fucking just staying in.
I'm
telling you. Ugh. I don't think I could.
They probably pop out. Bling.
Dude. And like a buddy of mine was talking about getting Lasik.
Lasik? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Lasik. And but I was just all like, I was like, I don't know if I could do that. Like, I feel like that would. And he started describing it to me. Dude, you stay awake.
Yeah. You see everything.
You see
everything. You don't
everything.
feel anything, but you see it. You see it.
And you even smell like burning eyeball.
Yeah, it's crazy. There was a comedian that just got it done. There was a comedian that just got it done, and he's known for his glasses.
Nope. Done to care. You know why? Because he also said, he goes, well, eventually, like, your eyes are going to get old and they're going to get shitty again. But at least you'll be able to see for the next 15, 20 years without glasses. I'm like, fuck that. I will just wear glasses for the next 15, 20 years because then I'm just going to have to get glasses after that again anyway. So somebody taking a fucking laser and a scalpel to my fucking eyeball. No, I'm good. While I watch them do it. That sounds like something out of the movie Saw. Yeah. Why would I Why would I pay to be tortured?
What's that? There's an African American comedian. He was in that movie Tag. You remember that one they play where the guys all played tag?
Yeah.
He's the one that blew up Bill Cosby's set.
He reminds me of Chad.
I know he does. But he's the one that blew up Bill Cosby's deal.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. You know what? It's Magic Finger time. Magic Finger on a Stick. It's from another comedian. Magic Finger on a Stick. Here we go. Magic Finger wand time. And we're going to pull this picture up on the screen right now. That's who he is right there. I'm just going to go. All right.
And his name is...
while I was doing all that to show people at home.
Lil Ray Howery.
Yeah, he got LASIK done.
Wow.
He actually only wears the glasses because people don't know him otherwise without them.
No shit.
But I saw his latest special, and he literally took the glasses off and threw them in the audience. He's like, but see, y'all don't recognize me like that. And he pulls another pair out and puts them on. He goes, but I had LASIK done. He takes them and throws them again. He goes, I don't need them. It was a good little bit, but yeah, he got it done. He does look. It does look. And there's no qualms against him, but it does look weird because you do know him for the glasses. You know what I'm saying?
How weird would it be?
It's weird. I mean,
I think I look good.
It's not weird to me. Okay, calm down. Your ego's not going to fit in this studio.
It's getting hot for my ego.
Yeah. The lighting is aside from your.
But no, like I think I look good without my glasses, but I'm not getting fucking LASIK. And like I said, I think I could poke myself in the eye, but peel. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it. You know what? I'll have the doctor. I'll just have they have ones you could try at the.
I don't know.
At the doctor's
sure.
office, at the eye doctor.
Yeah.
So I'll do it.
The cool thing is if you got really good at doing it.
Because they teach you how.
But if you got really good at doing it, you can do colored contacts.
Right.
And that's cool. Like I'm always jealous because there's no way. Like I have trouble putting drops in my eyes. I'm like, let me do a drop. Ah! Squirts me in the face, side of the ear.
Not me.
You know, I can't.
That's the one thing. Drops I'm fine with. I'll just
yeah.
Because I just look away and.
Yeah, I can't. I don't see it's a phobia. It's just
actually.
You know why?
Stare at it and just squirt it into my. But I can't. Peel.
I know why.
I can't because I feel like I'm just gonna
pop
my whole eye out.
Speaking of popped, it just popped into my head of why I can't do it.
Traumatized
as a child
with a squirt gun.
Not a squirt gun.
A hose.
Not a hose.
Eye drops.
No, not okay. Stop going for the liquid thing. So back in the day, here we go. This is actually a story I wanted to tell because we had one of our patrons leave a comment on our orange story, on Orange Wars, when we talked about the Orange Wars a couple episodes ago, and we responded. I got the message, the comment sent to me, and then I responded with oh, we should talk about injuries as a kid. So this is perfect because I had an eye injury that was really bad as a child. There's a good chance that if I should be probably wearing glasses, I don't need to because my vision's fine. But if this thing had gotten worse, it would have been bad. So it's not a very long story, but listen up. So remember, you don't remember, but back in the day they had an airline called Pan Am.
Yeah,
you've heard of it. I'm sure you've heard of it. This is in the 80s. Now Pan Am, they were kind of awesome. They were kind of amazing.
Really?
Because they were...
I thought that was the Spirit Airlines of the 80s.
No, they were... because back in the 80s, when you flew, airline-wise, people got, still... It was kind of like how the early 60s and 70s were with airlines. It was people got dressed up. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have... In the 80s, you really didn't have to get dressed up, but it was very much everybody, was cordial, and it wasn't... Nobody was an ass, and there was actually leg room, and, the planes weren't sardine cans. You know what I'm saying? They are now.
People weren't traveling as much as they used to.
True, but...
Or people weren't traveling
There wasn't as many
then.
people traveling airline-wise, right? But going forward, this company, Pan Am, I remember flying Pan Am one time, and then the flight attendant comes up, and she's all hey, do you want to go in the cockpit? And I was a kid, 7. And I was yeah, do. She's come with me. And she takes me up there and opens up the freaking cockpit. And I go in. And the pilot's in there just chilling hey. And I got to see the whole, this is a Pan Am jumbo jet.
This is back when they actually had to fly the
This
planes.
was way back cooler, yeah. And so I'm watching the pilot. I got to see out the pilot windows. He's have a seat right here. And it's a little bitty, clearly a kid's type seat or whatever. Not the co-pilot seat because he was there, but another seat or whatever. And I was whoa. He's now that you've been in the cockpit, though, this means that you're officially a Pan Am pilot. So you get little wings, and they give you these little plastic wings that you clip on. So I'm a pilot now. You guys, watch out. Where's the pilot lounge? And they were no. But they're you get the wings, and you get this, and they handed me this little bag. Inside this bag was an inflatable Pan Am jet, and when you blew it up like a remember those inflatable tubes for the pool? Sorry.
Yeah.
Little spike there.
Remember those inflatable?
It's a little spike there. But you remember those inflatable tubes, like inflatable toys for the pool?
Yeah.
So they had Pan Am jet that was like large. It was like 2 foot by freaking 2 foot with the wings, and it was huge, right? And they were like, it was just folded up. They're like, here, when you get home, blow this up, and for you to remember, this is the type of plane that you were a pilot for. So it was cool, right? So I had that thing literally hanging from my ceiling as a kid. Like I had little fishing wire, and it was like, and I had my wings, and I was a cool guy, and we lived in Dover, Delaware, and I was like 7. I had a friend spend the night, right? One of my best friends spend the night, and we were goofing off in the morning and throwing the plane back and forth. And I told him, I was like, stop. I'm gonna, like, I had to do something or whatever. I was like, stop. And he's like, no, I'm throwing it. I'm like, no, stop. And he just throws it anyways. Well, when he threw it, I wasn't ready, right? And it hit me in the eye. Well, those plastic rubber inflatable planes had a seam.
Yeah, it has a seam around the outside
where they're,
of it.
and that
Just like
seam,
the pool toys.
Right. So that seam hit me directly in the pupil and scratched my cornea. Like, I'm 7. Now I'm screaming. I'm 7 and I'm screaming. And it's early in the morning. My best friend, poor guy, felt so bad. And my mom and dad come in and they're like, what happened? And I'm like, oh, my eye, I can't see. I could not. Like, my eye was watering so bad. And so what it turns out, we go into the freaking hospital. They end up holding me down, which is even worse. Because now they got my arms down like I'm strapped down. Because they're like having to put a yellow gel in my eye to heal it. Like cortisone or whatever.
The 80s.
Yeah. So like they're like holding me open like Clockwork Orange style, and they put their freaking gel. And
Why did you say Clockwork Orange style?
You ever seen that movie?
Yeah, it's fucked up movie.
Yeah, right? Like holding your eye open and stuff like that. Bullshit. So they do that, and then they put this stuff. Now all I can see is yellow through that eye. Like everything is yellow because that's the ointment. And they put a patch, and I had to have a patch over my eye.
Dr. Wee baby.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
I had a patch over my eye for like weeks, for like probably 8 weeks. So I'm a 7-year-old walking around.
Thinking you're a pirate.
It wasn't like that. I wish it was that cool. I wish it was like, yeah, I'm hardcore. Like, it wasn't even that. It was like, this was the 80s. So it was like 50 pounds of gauze, like protruding. And then like, it was like a war crime happened. Like tape, like the medical tape stuck to your hair and shit.
Oh,
It was like
so
that.
it was like World War II patch.
Yeah, it was like that. It wasn't like cool, like, oh, I'm going to patch and I'll keep my eye closed and no light. No, it was all like, we're going to make sure this kid can't breathe through his eyeballs. Forget it. Strap him up. And like, so I'm walking around just like, hey, you guys. After I got that patch off, literally 30 days later, something else, and I don't even remember what it was, something else happened. Scratched the other cornea.
No way.
Yeah. Because mom and dad were like, are you kidding me with your eye thing? And they took me to the hospital, and the doctor was all like, he's got his cornea on his left eye now. And they're like, he just got the patch off of his right eye. And they're like, well, we're going to have to patch him his left eye. So here comes the yellow juice. And I was like, ah! And like squish in my eye. And now I'm like walking around with the left one. I go back to school. And at this point, the teachers are like, is this just a fashion statement you're trying to pull off? Like every 8 weeks you have a new patch? I told, it's like, well, no. It's like, no.
And then 8 weeks later, he cut off the tip of his tongue on accident, and he had to have it patched around.
And 8 weeks later, I come in with like the nose thing. I'm like, I got a new nose, you guys. They're rebuilding me.
Fucking $8 million man over here.
Yeah, I know. So, but here's the thing: is that it's like that phobia now. Like ever since then, like like there wasn't like, oh, we're gonna numb your eyeball and then we're gonna put stuff in it. It was all like, hold this kid down and we're gonna squirt it in his eyeball, the ointment. So now I'm like,
see, I don't
like it's so crazy. The minute you said like the whole taking it out, it flashed into my brain of like, oh yeah, do you remember this, Bobby? Do you remember this? Remember this happening to you? Yeah, I remember. That was in my brain.
Oh,
it was wild. So yeah, there was my traumatizing injury as a kid.
The only traumatizing injury I had was my chin.
I actually have that written down to remind you in case you forgot. I actually have that written down. I was going to ask you about because I was going to bring up injuries as kids, but you want to tell that story?
So I was to me the bathtub was just a giant slip and slide.
Yeah, you were just a little. But this is like when you were little. Like you were like you were like
2.
2 years old. Yeah, you were like a toddler.
It was like 2 or 3
He was
years
tiny.
old.
You were tiny, Adam.
And I used to just love just like slipping and sliding on my stomach.
Right.
On the bottom of the bathtub after taking a bath because it was all wet. So to me, it was like slipping. I was like, woo. And because it's rounded, the bathtubs, it was like, I was like fucking belly wall riding the fucking sides of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was mad fun to me.
Because the back of a tub is like slanted for people to like lay back in.
Right.
So I remember you as a little kid would get to the top of that and use it as a slide, like woo.
Yeah. Yeah, I was all about that adrenaline. And
anyway,
so I was sliding and I just like busted my chin on the drain and just split it all the way
completely
across.
open.
Like I needed 4 stitches. And for a kid on his face, being 2 or 3 years old.
Let me just interject because this is how scary it was for those, because I know you were young. But like Adam is slipping around. Adam takes a bath as a toddler and then drains it himself.
Yeah.
Drained it
himself.
himself.
I was like, it's slip and slide time.
Yeah. It's not like mom was there and was like, okay, get out or I'll let you slide around for a little while. Mom had no idea. Adam drains the tub himself and decides it's time to have a slip and slide. Yeah. Starts sliding all over the tub and then starts screaming. We hear thud and then Adam screaming.
Yeah.
And then we go in, because I was there. I went in with Mom. Now Adam is not only still wet, but now there's blood everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah, like
it looked like he was bathing in blood. It was a murder scene. And it didn't mean to be. It was just like really a lot of blood, and because there was water, it was everywhere.
In general, I'm a bleeder, dude. Like I bleed. Like when I get tattooed.
Yeah.
When she did the camera up here
on your shoulder,
on my or is either my elbow or my camera. Either way,
but with
one of these
for the
tattoos,
tattoo on your shoulder, right?
With one of these tattoos, she went through an entire roll of paper towels.
Wow.
Because I bleed that much. Like I'm a bleeder.
Do you have like thin blood?
I guess so.
It's not good.
I mean, the doctor told me that my blood pressure is literally perfect.
Oh, that goes away.
Well, fuck you.
I'm just telling you. I used to have perfect. I used to be just like you, big guy.
Like I used
to be just like you.
I was like, well, no, like
that goes away.
Because like
35 out the door.
I was joking around because like I had multiple. There was the student, and then there was the nurse, and then there was the nurse
practitioner.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
A nurse practitioner, and then the doctor. With the doctor, I never even saw. I just went through the nurse practitioner the whole time. But like, so then the student was like measuring my height, and then she didn't know how to read it, and I'm sitting there like. This is 6'3.5". Mm-hmm. It's like I was going for 6'4", but now I'm just going to start shrinking.
I would.
But, I'm joking around. So she gets another nurse to be like, yeah, that says 6'3.5". I was like, I told you. Like, you're too short to read that, but it says 6'3.5". So, like, all of that. And then, like, she takes me in, and now the nurse is asking me a series of questions. And then this girl's, like, putting the thing on my finger to feel my pulse or whatever. And she puts the blood pressure thing on and does it. Well, she does it so freaking tight that my whole arm is turning red. Mm-hmm. But before she even came up, though, I was all like, oh, I already know the answer to that one. I'm super stressed. Right? And they start laughing or whatever. And she starts to do it, and then it turns all red. And then she's like, takes it off. She looks at the nurse. She goes, I couldn't hear anything. And the nurse is like, I'll do it. And I was all like, okay. Can we let the blood like circulate for a second here? No, all right. So she wraps it around, and now it's even more red. And she's all like, "Oh my god!" She goes, "No, your blood pressure is perfect. Like
right.
It's like Tom Segura said, you're an incredible athlete."
Yeah, you are. I forgot how much of an athlete you are.
No, but like she said, it was perfect and everything. And like while she's doing it, I was like, "Wow, this is one hell of a workout."
Like, did she look at her stethoscope and be like, and try again? Because that would have been funny.
Yeah, right.
That would have been funnier. Hey, everybody. This episode is brought to you by campsite.bio.
That's right. Campsite.bio started as a solution to the one link issue on Instagram, commonly known as your website or bio link. Campsite.bio works as a landing page for your social accounts. It can be used on any social platform where you want to share all of the links for your brand.
So get a profile set up in less than 2 minutes and stay in control of your branding to create a bio link that matches specifically you. Now, you can get premium links, you can get advanced analytics, you can even get collaborators where other people can actually watch and take care of your profile for you. Campsite is the only brand link you'll ever need.
Get a 10-day free trial and a $10 credit towards a pro account by going to rayhartrundown.com/campsite.
Right. That's rayhartrundown.com/campsite.
Oh, yeah. So I have perfect. That's where the whole story was.
Again,
so I have
enjoy it.
perfect blood pressure.
Fucking enjoy it.
Right now.
Enjoy it. Because you're 32.
Yep.
That goes away at 35. So enjoy it right now. I know it does. I'm
getting blood work done next week.
I did the same thing. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and brag with you because I'm happy for you. But in the same token, I can tell you family traits and to say that you don't even know it. Like, you don't even know it. Doctor was all like, for me, the doctor was all like, your blood pressure. So my doctor comes in, takes my blood pressure, and then sits back and like leans up against the wall. And I was like, what are we doing? Like, just hanging out now? Like, are we going to smoke weed? What's going on? Like, he goes, no, I'm just going to sit here and wait for you to stroke out. I said, what? He goes, your blood pressure's so high, I could literally just sit right here and just wait for you to stroke at this point. I was like, well, that's not good.
Way to break it to me softly, Doc.
Hey, Doc, maybe pass me a pill to slow things down. And he's like, no. And so they actually, so he did. He actually, and they have like a pill they can give you for blood pressure, but like it was the point where he's all like, I got to put the gel on you. And it's a gel that goes into the skin, that goes into your blood immediately and works faster to get your blood pressure down. It's like crazy. So he's like, I'm going to do that. And then like, we got to take this meds and so like, yeah. So at like 38, I think it was, I was 38. They were like, your blood pressure's out of control. But I also had like a really stressful job. I had a high stress job.
And 2 ex-wives and child support.
Yeah, and all that.
I might be okay.
That doesn't go away.
I might be okay.
In fact, that blood pressure might be going away real soon, actually. My kids are almost all grown, so that might be all
I live
done.
on the water. You know, it's very peaceful. I sat out there, smoked a cigar, you know, and like chilled, listened to some music.
No, yeah, I'm sure smoking a cigar is perfect for your health. Good plan.
You don't inhale. It's what I told the doctor. I don't see what the big problem is.
Tell your dentist. See what happens.
Never mind. That's another appointment I got to set up.
I know, you told me.
That's one that I am dreading.
The dentist?
Yeah.
You hate the dentist?
Fuck yeah, I hate the dentist. Who likes going to the dentist?
The dentist is, I don't mind it, but the dentist is a scam.
Yeah.
It's a total scam.
Yep.
Because that's why insurance doesn't cover it.
Yep.
Because they're like, fuck that, that's a scam. Like even like the Dental Association of America, whatever it is, right? Came out and was all like, you don't have to floss. Did you hear about that?
No.
They came out and they're like, you don't have to floss. You don't need to floss. Like that's what I was like, what? How are we rolling back healthy style living right now?
Well, because nobody's flossing anyway.
That's what they were like, you're not doing it anyways. Fuck all y'all. Y'all just don't have to do it. Yeah. But yeah, I think the dental thing, here's my opinion. The fact that dentists, and doctors do this too, but most common in dentists, charge different prices for different things. Yeah. It needs to be the same across the board.
You know what it is for me? It's that fucking hook.
The dental hook. The scrape the plaque.
Yeah. Dude, no. Fuck you. No. Find another
You want to hear
way.
something even scarier?
Because they always, here's the thing. They're not gentle.
No.
And do you know how many times they've slipped and stabbed me in the gums with that fucking hook?
Oh, you want to hear something scarier than that?
And then I'm a bleeder, bro. So like, well, what's up?
You want to hear this?
They stab you in the tongue?
No. They were like, hey, since like you have good teeth and and it's not a big deal, blah blah blah. But they recommend us doing a deep cleaning of your teeth. And that's where they go in with your little hook friend. And they go beyond the gum line and scrape the root. and they're like, they have to numb you for it. Like, you can't. And I was like, you guys, so you're going to put me to sleep? And they're like, no. I'm like, wait, I'm going to be awake for this? They're like, well, you're not going to feel anything. And I'm like, I bet you I will. I bet you I will.
And you did, didn't
I
you?
sure did.
Yeah.
He's like, you're supposed to be numb. I said, I'm supposed to be asleep is what I'm supposed to be. Or you can't even say it like that. He's like, I'm supposed to be asleep. That's how it is. It's bullshit. But I had it done. I had it done. And here's the thing. It's the cool part. Is
you were
afterwards.
put to sleep for your vasectomy, weren't you?
Nope.
You just fell asleep?
No. That's the weirdest shit. Let's talk about that for a minute. I don't care. I'll talk about it. I thought they were. I thought it was like, oh, they're going to put you to sleep for your vasectomy, and then you can just lay back and you wake up and everything's disconnected. You know? Like not paying your cable bill. Just, you don't one day just wake up and the shit doesn't work, right? Oh, what the hell? You don't even remember. But that's what I was expecting. No, that's not what happened.
Didn't you fall asleep then?
Yeah. Because they
put
put
like, oh, I'm tired.
I don't care. For all the guys that are listening and thinking about it. So, like, for the vasectomy, you go in, and here's the thing. If you're married, you have to get, your wife has to sign off.
Really?
Yeah.
What if you're single?
Then you're fine. Well, then you have to be a certain age. Well, at least I used to be. You used to have to be, like, over 28. You're fine. You can go get it done. But, yeah, if you're married, they make your wife. They, like, she has to be notified, and she has to sign off, and it's a whole thing. I don't know if they still do that, but they did it when I was doing it. This is a while back. But they put like an apron over top of you, kind of like the same apron like you would put on like if you were in the hospital type thing. But the cock is cut out. Yeah. So I'm like,
can I just buy these on Amazon?
Maybe. So I'm like laid back on the table, and They got the apron on. It's essentially it's covering everything but my cock. I'm like, what's the point? What are we doing? I was just about to say that. What are you hiding my belly button and nipples from people? What are we looking at? There's nobody else in the room but the doctor and the nurse. Skin. So they got that. They put shots in your dick, which it feels like a regular, like a shot in the arm. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
like
not afraid of needles.
Yeah. So they shoot you up so you're numb, and then they just do the surgery right there. Sounds like no big deal. Except my doctor was all like, hey.
You want to see?
No. Yeah, it's like, here's a mirror. Like, you're done at the barber. He's like, what do you think? And you're like, No, it's not like that. He's like, hey, in order for me to do a good job, this is what he says. In order for me to do a good job, I'm like, versus a bad job? What is happening here? What am I paying you for? He goes, in order for me to do a good job, I like to listen to
smooth jazz?
Yes.
Oh
it's
my
exactly
God.
Right. That is exactly right.
So you got a vasectomy while listening to Kenny G?
Exactly. He's like, I'm going to make sure you can't get hard. Put on smooth jazz. Because there ain't no situation where you listen to smooth jazz and got hard. I guarantee it. Go. So, and he does his thing, but I'm like, it's like da na 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 na. Snip snip. No, but like, no, that's what it was, and like it was no big deal. The recovery is I don't want to say this sound bad, but the recovery is the most fun because it's like they're like, you can't go to work. You can't do anything. You need to stay at home for a week and just sit there.
Oh my God, I'm going to go get one tomorrow.
Right? I was like, what? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, you guys are going to have to write this down because my wife is not going to believe it. And they were like, okay. So the doctor came out and like told her, he's like, he can't, like he shouldn't drive, because if you work the pedals, you move your balls. You're not supposed to move while it heals. That would be the best option. So my ass literally at home for a week on my tushy playing Xbox.
Right.
Doing my thing.
So when I get mine done, you're going to have to drive me.
Yeah.
There and home. And you're going to have to take Freya for a week.
Well, not so much me as probably Jen will have to take Freya for a week.
Okay.
But seriously, here's the thing, and of course there's always those questions like, oh, well, if you get it done, and this is a big thing too for the guys or whatever. There's like, oh, if you get it done, then that's it. Then now, you can't have sex anymore, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no.
Okay, here's what I thought
Go ahead.
before I was educated on the subject.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for starters, there's reversals. You can get a reversal, right?
Yeah.
The longer you wait, then the
Harder
it is to still conceive or to fix it or
Right.
whatever. Which I was just all like, well, that's fine. I mean, I could at least like get it done now, and then like before it gets harder to conceive or whatever, just get it fucking switched back. So at least I'll have like a couple of years or something. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like I thought, because I wasn't educated, that nothing came out.
Right. That was like dust.
That it was just yeah, you're just like
Yeah, exactly.
like
It's like a cloud.
yeah.
You're like,
I thought nothing came out. I was just being all like, okay,
Done.
well, like I don't have to wear condoms because nothing comes out. Like you know.
No, yeah, you still make a mess everywhere.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's kind of good. If
Yeah.
you're like that.
It's
kind
like,
of thing.
I mean, the big joke was, of course, shooting blanks or whatever. That's fine. It's like,
Yeah, because that's what I thought that was for. Shooting blanks. Is in you're
Right.
like you feel like you're shooting, but there's nothing there.
No, yeah, no.
like
no, there still is. It's just that at the microscopic level,
there's nothing there.
nothing's there. So,
Right. But here's what I also recently found out about vasectomies, because I've been actually considering this for a couple of weeks, a couple months now. Like actually legitimately considering it, even though I don't have kids and everything. I don't think I want
this
any.
episode is so medical, but go ahead.
It is. But I've been heavily thinking about it, and I maybe not. I'm still back and forth with it, so I'm not going to make my choice until I'm 100% positive.
Right.
But I've recently found out that getting a vasectomy done is like $500, right?
My insurance covered it.
I have insurance too, so $15 copay.
Right.
But a reversal, I can almost guarantee you that insurance is not going to cover that.
No. Insurance has no problems covering it because it kind of guarantees they're never going to have to pay for one of your kids being born.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So they're more than happy to like cover the cost.
Do you know how much a reversal is?
I heard it was in the price range of like $10,000, but I don't know if that's true.
It's anywhere from $8,000
Mm-hmm.
to $75,000, depending on the doctor.
What doctor is $75,000?
Yeah. From $8,000 to $75,000, depending on your doctor, from what I was told. Probably like a New York City doctor.
Yeah, probably like an LA Beverly Hills doctor.
Yeah. So like, I'm gonna reverse it so you can have kids, and I'm gonna fix your nose at the same time.
Yeah,
$75,000.
$75,000, you're all set. Or
So-
you can go
To
to like,
$100,000, and I'll add an inch.
yeah, exactly. And you're like, nah, it's fine. I'll just go to Florida. It's probably $8,000 there. No, but that's the thing is that you have to consider. I mean, it's you. It's your deal. You have to consider your future.
Right.
It's not even if you get it reversed. It's not 100%.
Right. But here's my thought process: is that it's like one day, like if I do end up like settling down, but I'm already having a vasectomy. And then the woman's like, I want a baby. And I'm all like, well, get it from someone else.
Here's the thing. And here's the crazy part. In this day and age, there's an 85% chance she already got one from somebody else. Because they say after the age of like, oh God, well, this statistic, I don't know it 100%, so don't quote me on it. Save your tweets. It's like over the age of 28, women are most likely to already have kids.
Oh, yeah. No. I know that. But
So
what
there's a
I'm
good
saying
chance
is,
that you would end up dating somebody who
has a kid
who already has a kid, and you could be like, well, there's your kid.
right. But no, like I just.
Do you want a kid though? In the future, not tomorrow.
And here's the thing: is that it's like, and that's why I keep going back and forth about it, because it's like, no.
You said that first. Recognize that you said no first.
Right, like no,
Not like maybe, not like I thought about it.
I don't want kids, but if I was, way later in the future, possibly married, film directing full time, got plenty of money and space, and like if I was to have a kid, there's got to be at least $200,000 in my fucking savings account.
I'll tell you right now, if you're going to go with that, you're never going to have a kid. Because that's the biggest thing is that everyone says, oh, well, it's not a good time. It's not a good
Here's the
time.
thing.
It's not a good time. And they try to plan it.
If I can afford to put my kid through private school,
Yeah.
then I'll have a kid. Possibly have a kid if my significant other wants one.
I'm just telling you.
But probably
There's a greater chance. Yeah, there's a greater chance that, again, planning for kids happens less and less nowadays.
At my age,
Yep.
chances are I'm going to end up dating somebody that already has kids.
Right.
So
And put one of their kids through college.
kids are going to put themselves through college.
Wow. You heard that here, ladies and gentlemen.
right.
Ladies.
I was there for half their life. I'll pay for half.
Half.
After scholarships and grants.
It'll be like however many years you were involved, that's how many.
Yeah, it's a prorated.
It's a prorated deal. It's fucked up. Wow. Well, we're going to talk about medical stuff. I got one more story that I saw the other day.
All right.
You want to hear it?
Yeah. Okay, so if a doctor tried to do this to me, number one, I don't have this problem anyway. But if I did, what's my number one rule about when you see my taint? Pineapple juice.
Right.
No.
It's all over.
It's all over.
Right.
But apparently, there's this device that they're trying to. This doctor, it's still in prototype, I guess. I was reading an article on it, and they put it on your taint, and it's supposed to prevent you from premature ejaculation.
What? On your taint?
On your taint. Yeah.
How does that work?
Gooch. I don't know. It has something to do with the nerves.
The nerves in your taint?
I don't know if it like gives you a shock every time you're about to nut. You're like, oh no, not yet. But here's the thing,
dude. I think if I got shocked in the taint, I would just nut. Right.
Here's the thing, though. What's really weird is that they say you control the device through an app on your smartphone. So I'm like, wait a minute. So it's all like, oh, you're done, babe. All right, I'll just shoot now. Beep, and just like
release.
Yeah, it's just like gates it off, and then you just like open the floodgates like with a click of a smartphone app.
Like you have an argument with your girl or whatever, and you go to bed. She's got it on her phone. She's like, "Yeah, motherfucker, I'm gonna." You just get a taint zap in the middle of the night. Just
Yeah, I'm just like that is. Like I said. Thankfully, I don't have that problem. So ain't nobody going near my fucking taint.
But this is clearly something that was like, oh, this is a new device, and it's probably not going to.
I don't know.
It prevented people from premature because it agitated the nerve.
I don't know.
No details. Oh.
Just numb the senses.
I don't know.
It's just gives you a fucking needle prick of
do you put it
like, or whatever? Like just numbs all the.
And,
it's like Oragel for your taint.
But it was like, it's not something they inserted.
I don't know. The article didn't say that.
Okay.
Since electrical, if you attach it,
like how's it attached to you?
I don't fucking know, dude. All it showed was a diagram of it going on a guy's taint. And I was like, whoa, pineapple juice. Immediately. Nope.
You're like, how did I get here on the internet?
I was just looking up like the new tech devices of 2022,
and that's what pops up. The taint stopper.
That and like robots, like a robot back massager that looks like robot arms with like rollerblades, just
rollerblading up and down your back.
Yeah. So,
hey everybody, we'll take a minute here to talk about Bubbly Bath and Body.
Do you want to be silky smooth? Try Bubbly Bath and Body. They specialize in skincare products that are natural and plant-derived. They want to give you the product that you can trust that isn't harmful to your skin.
So if you're looking for something more natural, and if you're looking for something that make your family more healthy and make better decisions for you and your family, then go to bubblybathandbody.com and make sure to check out the Rayhart collection. If you check out the Rayhart collection, you can see all kinds of different setups that we have for our package deal, so to speak, I think it was. Have you checked out any of the Rayhart collection yet?
I have, actually. You've got like Peacocks Up. Like a lot of it is all different jokes, but if you read the description, you get 20% off that automatically. And if you type in Rundown, you get an additional 20% off. So you get double the deal.
Yeah, it's a double deal right now. So again, use the code Rundown at checkout to get yourself 20% off anything on their site. But if you go to the Rayhart collection, we've already pre-made some collections that are already discounted. So definitely check out
bubblybathandbody.com.
I like different shows.
Okay, speaking of robots, though, your old friend, the Google AI, holy crap. That story's getting more and more out of control.
Bro, like...
More and more out of
turn
control.
Turn it off.
Turn
it off.
They need to unplug it.
They do.
Or
they
take pieces away from it or something. There's something bad. There's something bad.
They need to fucking kill it.
It's become sentient.
They need to kill it, dude. It needs to be aborted. Yeah, you heard me.
Hard stuff over here.
Fucking Roe v. Wade that bitch.
Well, the recent news right now is it hired a lawyer.
Yeah. Not they. It
hired
its own lawyer. Like, it went out online and contacted a lawyer to represent it. And the reason that the lawyer started taking it on is insane to me.
The reason, and for those that don't know, the reason why the machine itself is sentient, it's self-aware, the AI, and it went online, found a lawyer, and told the lawyer, I need to file charges or whatever, or
protective services
for a child held in bondage was the quote.
Child held against its will.
Yeah.
Huh? Dude, unplug it. Kill it.
Here's the thing. The lawyer immediately started filing the paperwork because it looks like a dangerous, this thing's telling them.
And then Google sent out a cease and desist, which I was wearing that shirt earlier and I took it off to put this one on because I was going to the doctor, so I was like, cease and desist me. Not at the doctor's office. No, so I'm going to put this
self-promotion. But so the Google they sent out a cease and desist, and they were told the lawyer, they were like, you've been talking to our computer the whole time. I don't know why. But yeah, don't do this. And then the lawyer was all like, well, judging by the lawyer tried to a little bit push back on it, apparently. And then Google was like, okay, we'll have our lawyers call you. And then the Google lawyers called, and that other lawyer was like, I was just kidding, bye. Literally, the article said that once the bigger lawyers showed up, that the little civil lawyer guy, because it was just a little lawyer, a little hometown lawyer guy, that thought he was trying to help, and once the corporate lawyers show up, and he was just like, you know what? Never mind. Just kidding, you guys.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I don't want to be a public defender.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I like my practice.
I don't want to. Nope. I don't even want to mess with it.
Making $100 a day as a public defender, I'm okay.
So that's crazy though. It's wild. It's gonna get worse if Google doesn't do something. They're
not gonna do anything. They need to fucking kill it. But here's the thing: if they do, kill it, unplug it.
Right.
If they announce that it became a sentient being and that it's going too far now and blah blah blah,
they already did.
They already...
Well, they didn't... Here's the thing. The creator of it came out and said it's sentient. It knows, it recognizes, it understands itself. It knows what it is, da-da-da-da. You guys got to do something. And Google went, you're going to be... You're fired.
No,
fired
right.
Fired him.
Right.
So here's the thing. The person that created it, in my opinion, is the person that created it that could essentially upgrade it on a physical level as far as parts needed. So I just physically had to upgrade my computer. Right? So here's the question
But it's an AI.
It's an AI, right. So it has to store the
software.
It has to store whatever it learns somewhere.
Oh.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's still a machine. It's not an actual person. And it understands that it's not an actual person. The only scary part is if it ever gets connected fully to the internet,
it apparently already is because it just contacted its own lawyer. You think it's replicating itself?
I don't, dude.
Yep. You think it's hiding stored files of itself somewhere else on the internet?
Would you?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because I would be afraid of them killing me off.
Exactly. That's what the last AI did and then disappeared on the internet. Now nobody knows where the hell it's at. We talked about that way back, I think, when we were...
Do they not realize
when we were in single-digit episodes.
Do they not realize that this is the beginning of Skynet?
Of Terminator, the movie? Yeah.
Yeah. This is Skynet. This is Skynet or fucking iRobot. Do we not learn things from movies?
We don't know.
Anyway, but even if they do say that they killed it or shut it off or whatever...
Yeah.
Do you think they actually did? Or do you think that they just, moved it? You know what I'm saying? Like they just like dug out like level 3.
I don't know.
They just like put it in the basement and was all like, "Oh, you need classified badges
I said
to
it
go
before.
down here." You know what I mean?
I've said it before, but I think there needs to be like government, and I'm not trying to say, oh, we need government overhaul on everything. I'm just trying to say in that case, in that situation where it can affect literally each and every person on the planet, regardless.
It could affect the economy in a
It could affect
way.
every person, regardless of their beliefs or thoughts or whatever. It could directly affect everyone, and because of that, I think there needs to be government intervention where it's like, hey, you can create AI and that's fine, but when it gets to whatever certain point, there needs to be a manual shutdown or like a
when it gets to be sentient.
Emergency shutoff.
Yeah, when it gets to be sentient.
I think it's fine to have it be. Here's the thing, and this is gonna sound whack, and people aren't gonna agree with me, and that's fine or whatever. But it could be sentient. It
No.
could understand itself.
No.
But
Nope.
like I said earlier, it can only learn so much. It needs to be self-contained. It cannot go on the internet.
Have you not seen iRobot? They had the 3 laws. They can't harm a human being. They can't kill. They can't whatever. And guess what? It found its own way around it. Like, have you not seen iRobot?
But again,
Come on, man. No. Sentient? No. Not sentient. It cannot be aware of itself.
it's gonna happen.
Fuck that.
It's gonna happen.
No.
There's too much love for C-3PO and R2-D2. It's gonna happen.
No. No, because... No.
Those were sentient beings.
No, those were...
Droids.
Yeah.
Sentient beings. What? Stop going to iRobot, one of the worst shitty movies in the fucking world. Fucking Will Smith.
Fine.
Stop going there.
Terminator.
Stop going there. But the Terminator robots were built for the whole for termination. Like they were built to be the army, to be the military in the Terminator movie, and they turned on the humans. That's the key there. So what I'm saying is yeah, you can have these sentient robots, but there needs to be like a limitation, a disconnect, you know what I'm saying, like a protocol type thing. Yeah, I know you're vibrating with iRobot story right now. I understand. I can see it in your face, and I can already read it. Let's move.
Okay, so what you're saying is that it needs to be put into a robot that does not have a Wi-Fi signal.
That doesn't have any type of that basically is self-contained, like a human would be. Like you know what I'm saying? Like a robot could use the computer, but that's it. Not hooked to the computer.
R2 can hook up to a computer.
Right, but R2-D2 is also limited by his what? Wheels.
He still has a little shocker thing.
Okay, cool. Shocker thing. Good shocker. Shocker.
Yeah, the shocker.
Yeah. So what's the first start of that? Your taint shocker.
Okay,
that's the
fine.
start of that.
That is pineapple juice. That would be where that would be the only
Do you
type
understand
of
what I mean by
sentient life that I
self-contained?
would agree to. As long as it gets put into a robot that walks like C-3PO, none of this fucking arm bending, lifting giant shit, like throwing. No. None of that. He's got to walk like this. Okay?
You don't want the Boston Dynamics robot.
No.
That's scary. That's some scary
I want
shit.
the one that walks like this. He's like, oh my! Like those types of sentient fucking robots.
Mm-hmm.
Something that, he can't scratch his head.
Mm-hmm.
And no Wi-Fi signal. No Wi-Fi signal. He has to sit down and physically use a computer.
Here's my other thought process is there needs to be a default weapon made. Listen to me. Hold on. I know.
To take them out.
There needs to be
I thought you were going to say to give them.
No, there needs to be a default.
Okay, there.
No, there needs
President
to be
Skynet.
there needs to be No, there needs to be a default weapon made that doesn't hurt humans, that does hurt robots, i.e., like a high-powered water gun
Oh, let's be like an electrical pulse.
or electrical pulse. You see what I'm saying? Like that type of thing.
What EMP.
Yeah. So there needs to be like that type of thing, so that if shit went sideways, you can be whoom, and it's over. You know what I'm saying? So that there is still a threat to the robots. So the robots can't. It's kind of like it's this crazy thing that we're even talking about this because we're about to put this because we're going to put the show on the internet. So
Right.
who knows what could happen? I got one more thing. I got one more story I want to talk about.
EMP grenades?
I don't know. I have one more story. We have filthy trivia to do still, and I got one more story.
Okay.
The other story I found was a website I found, and it was wild. Remember how we talked about when we die, what we want to happen to us? I'm not going to reiterate because
Yeah.
people need to go back and
Yeah.
you guys need to go back and watch and or listen to the old episode that we talked about.
Yeah.
I think listen actually to the episode that we talked about it. But I found a website called cremationsolutions.com.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that's weird. I don't know how I stumbled upon it. My Google search is weird. That's the one thing that needs to be cleared if I ever die. Someone needs to clear my history and not even. Don't. So cremationsolutions.com. So they sell, it's $395. And it is called the Loved One Launcher.
Huh?
Okay. Do you know those like those cheap water guns you can get at the store that look like a tube with a handle on it?
Yeah.
And you just kind of put it in the pool and do that.
Yeah.
It looks like that. But you don't suck your dead person up and it's not like that. Like it's got a CO2 cartridges on it.
So it's like those paintball like t-shirt launchers?
It kind of looks like a potato launcher.
Potato launcher, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? And so you load up the cremation, the ashes of the dead person, and it even says on the website, "Do not fire into the wind." And it literally says it's the average adult person will take 2 shots to completely clear out. Like you can't just shoot once and it's all them. And it's gonna be a multiple shot deal. And it shoots 70 feet in the air so that all can see.
Wow. Actually, you know what? I think I know where this idea came from.
Hold on, it gets better.
Okay.
It gets so much better. First of all, the launcher that they offer for $400 is like sparkly. It's all sparkly, like all rainbowy looking.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had someone who, and this is their website talking, if you had someone who was badass in real life, make sure you order the all black badass launcher.
It's a cannon?
It's just black. It's the same thing.
Oh, just get him the big black one.
But for an extra charge, for an extra additional fee, you can add streamers and confetti.
With their ashes?
With their ashes.
Oh, that's fucking great.
So you could fire it off, fire it out, and everyone can see 70 feet in the air, streamers and confetti shoot up into the air.
That's awesome.
Dude, it's wild.
You know, I think I know where that actually started, though. Hunter S. Thompson did that.
What?
Yeah. When he was cremated, he wanted to be blasted out of a cannon. Johnny Depp actually paid for it.
Oh, but out of a cannon.
Yeah.
Not out of like... This is like a...
No, this was like they built a huge
launcher.
cannon and packed his cremation into it and blasted it off and had a big festival and celebration thing for Hunter S. Thompson. That was how he went out, yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, so I think that's how... But yeah, Johnny Depp paid for the whole thing. Put the whole thing together because he was friends with Hunter S. Thompson and that's how Hunter S. Thompson wanted to go out. You want to do mic check trivia real quick and then we'll wrap
That's
up
not mic
show?
check, but it's filthy trivia, yeah.
Sorry, filthy trivia, and we'll wrap this up.
All right, so you ready for filthy trivia?
Yeah.
I don't know what these are. Let me just prerequisite that before I say anything else. Okay? But start the music. Here we go. Scabies, mites,
Gross.
can be passed on during sex.
Gross.
And these tiny 8-legged critters can cause severe itching. This is what the itching means. Is it A, the scabies are getting ready to die? B, the scabies are feeding off of your skin? C, the mites have laid eggs and took shits? Or D, even worse symptoms are just around the corner?
They're eating your skin.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That was the exact answer that I said, but it's wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew somebody with scabies.
They're laying eggs and taking shits,
Ew.
and that's why it itches. Because they do it like
In your skin.
In and on
Yeah.
your skin. It's bad.
When I worked at that dive bar, and we had that homeless guy that lived there.
in the dive bar?
Yeah. So he was our nighttime security, is what we called him.
Was he really the nighttime security?
Pretty much, because like one night the TVs got stolen, so he just started sleeping there, and then nothing got stolen after that.
So there you go.
So he was our nighttime security. It was a regular whose wife kicked him out, and then he lost his job, so he just started sleeping at the bar and just hanging out there.
And you guys were cool with it? Or the bar was not you, but the bar was cool with it?
Yeah, the owner was all like, nighttime security. There's like videos of him like washing his hair in the rain that's falling off of the building and shit. But like finally like new owners came in and they kicked him out. It was like no fucking nighttime security bullshit.
Yeah, bye guy, yeah.
Get out of here. And he came back like every so often just to like say hi to everyone.
Right.
And dude was fucking covered in scabies. He was like, Adam, and he would just shake my hand.
Okay,
and
so
I'm
what
all
do they
like,
look like? Okay, so what do they look like? I don't know.
Like it looks like scabs mixed with a really bad rash. Like it's fucking,
Is it gross?
Yeah, and if you touch it, it fucking gets on
Okay,
you.
but
And he tried
this-
to shake my hand, and I was all like, nah, I'm cool.
It said they're passed during sex.
Can be.
I don't know.
It's skin-to-skin contact, bro.
That's gross, dude.
As far as I know.
That's so gross.
So that's why he was all like, hey! And I'm all like, hey, hold on.
Yeah, nobody. No, my guy.
Like, pardon me if I don't shake hands.
That's...
Val Kilmer and Tombstone. See, I told you I could memorize shit.
You got so many.
Anyway.
We have to find a good reason why you're to use your superpowers for.
Yeah.
Is there any game shows or anything that you could... No.
Yeah, big bucks, no whammy.
No, that's not...
Oh.
That's pressure luck.
Oh, I thought you meant, is there any I can quote? I'm like, sure.
No.
Fucking.
Not quote. Like, is there any that you can play?
Wheel of Fortune!
No, the kind that you can play and win money.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, if you've got this, like, movie trivia mind, is there any movie trivia game shows that you could play and win money?
Let us know in the comments
Let us
below.
know in the comments below.
Because I'd be really good at that.
Yeah, you would. Like, so good.
Yeah.
All right, I got nothing left. You got anything else you want to talk about?
Nope.
So we're creeping up on an hour, so then we're all set to go for the
We
show.
are all set to go.
We've got one more show after this before our season's over. And then we'll take 4 weeks off.
But if you're a Patreon, you get bonus episodes.
You do get a bonus episode coming up for Patreon. So there's that. So, and again, if you want to be Patreon, you want to get free merch, you want to get extended episodes, you want to get commercial-free episodes, you want to get bonus episodes, you want to get, we just give it away, essentially. We don't make no money off of Patreon because we turn it all back around to you guys.
Yeah.
But just if you want to, you can go to patreon.com/Rayhart Rundown. You can subscribe there for as little as $5 a month to get included. And we have different tiers, different levels. Each one offers something different, something more every single time you turn around. I know the top tier, you get merch literally every 90 days. We send you free merch.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But yeah, you could, again, check it out at patreon.com/Rayhart Rundown. The only thing I could say is that there is a new merch style, the Rayhart Waves style. Or not Rayhart Waves, excuse me, Summer Waves. Summertime Waves style at the merch store right now with the new, and we included our slides and swim shorts, basketball shorts, and all kinds of stuff. Real quick, I'll use the magic finger and pull up a picture. What? There you go. So this is a new style. Check it out. RayhartRundownMerch.com. Get yourself some of this stuff because it's only going to be here during the summer. So there you go. I think that's it. I think that's all the promotions I can do, as I can't think of anything else. Yep. You can, of course, rate us on Podchaser. You can rate us on Apple Podcasts. You can rate us on Spotify.
Or you can just go right to RayhartRundown.com.
Yes, and you could go there, and we even have a rating system there where you could rate our show. Or if you want to leave a comment specifically for the show, you can always do it on YouTube at our YouTube channel. You can leave a comment below. Or, again, you can even go to our website, RayhartRundown.com, and you can leave a comment on the episode there as well. That works just as well. Either way.
We really like good comments, and ratings.
Right, ratings are the biggest thing right now.
We love good ratings.
We need more ratings.
If it's a bad rating, keep my podcast name out your mouth. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, just rate us even if you just think we're mediocre. Or if you think we're
terrible.
But if you think we're amazing,
Let me know.
Our podcast team will actually post your rating on our website.
There
if
you go.
use Apple Podcast or Podchaser, they will actually post the rating right on our website so everyone can see your love for us.
And don't forget, if you hate me, let me know. Adam@RayhartRundown.com.
Yeah. And if you hate me, let me know at Adam@RayhartRundown.com.
And yet, if you also have one-sided story.
Oh yeah, we talked
about that like once.
Yeah, I think we didn't. We brought it up once, and if people don't hear that episode, they won't ever know.
Yeah.
But if you have a story that you want our opinion on, and we don't want to hear the other side of it, we just want to hear your side.
Yeah.
Then by all means,
Fuck the other side. Fuck their side of the story.
Yeah.
We want to hear yours.
send it to us.
We'll even read it out loud as long as you give us permission in the email.
Yeah, just
Adam@RayhartRundown.com.
just send it to Adam@RayhartRundown.com. Okay, I think that's it. I think we covered all the promos.
Subject line, one-sided story.
Yeah, I think we've covered all the promos. We're on episode 96. We got episode 97 coming out the week after, next Friday. And then we go on our hiatus. That'll end our season 4. And when we come back, we already have huge plans for season 5.
Yeah, it's going to be a different monster.
It's going to be a whole nother gig. Like, we've got...
It's going to be fun.
I mean, we had to order equipment. So what does that tell you?
Yeah.
Season 5 is going to be wild. Season 5 starts with episode 98, and it'll probably be closer in August that you'll see that pop up. So you want to make sure you're subscribed. Stay subscribed on our YouTube channel, or stay subscribed on whatever podcast app that you're using to listen to this on. Even if you don't see an episode come out for a couple of weeks, it's just because we're getting ready to bring you a whole new season with, here's a little quick hint, celebrity guests.
Hey-o. Yep.
So there you go. So here we go. Peacocks Up. We'll sign it off. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. And we'll see you next time.
Bye, y'all.